Hello and welcome. I'm going to show you how to get to level 20 super fast. You'll be able to get the antiquarium card very quickly. This is going to speed you through. So you've obviously gone through the tutorial and you've gotten to your first abeyance realm. Now I would definitely suggest picking the forest abeyance realm. It's by far the easiest and it's going to be the best choice just to get started. Definitely helps speed up your progression. So at the moment we're going to look for a really good location. We're going to look for someone that's close to the portal, but sort of in the center as well, because we want to be closer to all the sites of power because they will be kind of important. And if you do die a lot, it's good to be able to respawn somewhere close to them. There is a few tricks around that, but we've kind of covered that in another video. Now, so we're going to head over there, and on our way there, we are going to be harvesting as much of the particularly animals that we find along the way, doing any other little puzzles on the way, and just doing any little bits and pieces just to help boost our progression a little bit. But the main thing is we're going to go put our estate down in a prime location close to sort of everything that we need. Okay, so here we are. I found a perfect spot. To the right there, you can see the portal, and then just in front of us, we can see the first sort of area we need to go to complete the first few missions, which is get to gear level 20 and complete the antiquarium challenge, which will give us the card. Basically, it's just a dungeon. So this is a perfect spot. So we will build our estate right here. It's kind of smack bang in the middle of everything. We can see plenty of the future dungeons or sites of power that we're going to have to go to. So this is perfect. Now, keep in mind, you do need some stone. So make sure you do craft some stone as you're walking to the perfect location. I forgot to do that, but definitely grab some stone. That will speed up the process even further. You only need a little bit of stone, so just collect a little bit because you can't carry too much to start with. But as you do that, then you'll be able to go back to your estate, complete it, and then we will get the mission to return to Puck. And then all we need to do is talk to Puck. Now, Puck is going to give us basically the next step of this progression. It says here we need to get to the antiquarium dungeon and complete that. Now, in order to do that, you'll get this little progress tracker on the top right hand side saying unlock the antiquarium site, and we'll need a gear level of 20. Now, what we need to do here is we need to grab as much stone as we can as we head to the antiquarium site itself. I just want to apologize. I keep calling the rocks stone. Whenever I say stone, I mean rocks. I had a big brain fart, so I do apologize. I will say stone, but I'm actually referring to rocks. And that's really important because rocks underpins this whole process. So just a note, and I'm sorry, enjoy. We're going to grab tons of stone. Pretty much just be grabbing everything that you can. Because the first thing we need to do is get our comrade, our partner in crime, our crew member, which is going to be Wilbur. So in order to get Wilbur, we first have to head down to the antiquarium area, and you'll see this little sort of outpost. And now we're way down there, so I just quickly skip to where we get there. So I've grabbed as much as I could. So now we need to complete these beds. So they just take some fiber and some sticks. So we got plenty of that, and then that will also give us some essence, which is beautiful because we need lots of essence to really speed this up. Now that we've gotten that, you can check the essence trader and see what you'll need. So there's a bunch of stuff we need to grab from the essence trader, and we're going to buy all this stuff super quickly, and I'm going to show you how to do that just in a second. But you can see here there's plenty of stuff we need to get. In order to get our first crew member, we can talk to this lady. She'll give us some information. She'll talk to you about, sort of give you a side mission as well to actually hire Wilbur. So we'll just go through all the dialogue, and you'll see that we got one saying finding survivors. This is perfect. This is what we need. Okay, so now that we've got this, we can go talk to Wilbur. Wilbur's over here just chopping some wood, but this is perfect. So we're going to talk to Wilbur, and now we're going to start collecting a ton of resources. So we're going to grab a bunch of wood, primarily just wood, because what we want to do is we want to set up a bunch of workbenches. Probably anywhere from 4 to 6 workbenches is what we're going to set up, and we're going to build them right in front of this area because we'll be traveling short distances between our respite, this area, and just the surrounding areas because we'll be collecting mostly stone. First, we need to set up our workbenches. So we'll grab some wood. Okay, so we've grabbed a bunch of stuff. Now we're ready to build our first simple workbench. So we've built that, then we'll build a tanning station as well because we'll need a few things from there, but not too many. Now the main things you will need from here are your straps, your leather, some animal fiber. But again, we don't really need to worry too much about this. Mostly leather is what you'd probably want from the tanning station because we can't buy that from the essence trader. Now we've got one workbench here, and now we need to craft all these other equipment. But do note, we're going to do this fast by using stones. So stones can be converted into marbles. So marbles can then be converted into essence, and the exchange rate is pretty good. It's almost like a 2-to-1 exchange rate. So what we would want to do is grab a bunch of workbenches and try having production line of just producing marbles. And then we're going to convert those marbles into essence, and then we're going to use that essence, get all the upgrades we need very quickly. And then we're going to also use the essence to buy all the different resources we need, so we don't have to spend much time mining all the other stuff. We can pretty much just focus on getting stones, converting that for marbles, and then marbles to essence, essence to the essence trader, and then we can get everything we kind of need just with the one resource, nearly. Because you can buy wood and pretty much all the basic stuff you can buy straight away from this essence trader. So now we're just on a mission. We are going to be going around and just collecting tons and tons of stuff. Because the other thing we need to do is make sure that we improve our hope level. Because you don't have to technically get to your gear score of 20. You need to get to a gear score of 18 and have a hope level of 100. Now you get hope level by doing various tasks, building buildings, crafting things. So if we craft a ton of stuff and have a gear score of 18, we can actually get into the antiquarium site. So that's what we're going to aim for. Now we can get to gear score 18 instantly, and I'll show you how. Now the way we can get to 18 super quickly is we're just going to strip our companion bear. We're going to take all these clothes and then we're going to equip them ourselves. Because you can see we started off with the lowest level of gear. You might even have less depending on your difficulty, but we're going to switch it out with the gear from our companion. The companion is just going to be basically our mule. It's going to be carrying all the stuff as we collect tons of stones, or rocks I should say. So now we'll switch it all over, and that's going to boost our level quite an amount. Now it's not going to get us to 18 because we will need to craft the other tools like your pickaxe, your wood axe. We'll need to craft other things to get us to 18, but this is going to help jump us to level 12. To get to 18, we need to craft the simple umbrella and we need to craft the simple hunting knife, but along the way we'll also be getting all the other ones just because you will need those throughout this first part anyway. So now that we've stripped Wilbur bare, we're just going to go around collecting lots of wood, some stone, some plant fiber, some sticks, and lots of rocks. And we're going to spend a bit of time out in the wild doing that, just giving everything we can to Wilbur. He'll have more carry capacity as well because you've eliminated his clothing. It does make him weaker, but he's not going to die. You don't really have to worry about too many enemies in the abundance realm. So we'll be managing Wilbur's inventory and just giving everything we can to him, and then walking back to our benches, crafting as many marbles and as many other things as we can. We're going to grab a hunting knife because that will help boost our level quickly. Then we just need to grab an umbrella. So we've got an umbrella now, so all the simple stuff is level 20. So we don't have to worry about actually getting any of the gear to level 20. We can get to gear score 20 without it, but the main thing is that we have at least the simple umbrella and the simple hunting knife, because when we hold these two together, it will give us a gear score of 18. Okay, so I'm holding the umbrella and the hunting knife, and that has got me a gear score of 18. You can do this very quickly. You can probably get to gear score 18 in about 15 to 20 minutes. Now, getting the last 2 points is a little bit trickier. It takes a little bit more time. We're going to convert lots of rocks into the marbles, and I've done a lot of that. And that doesn't take too long. There's plenty of rocks everywhere, and you can see here we've got plenty of essence just from that. So I've been buying all the different things, and we can smash out collecting everything from the essence trader. And that's just from running around collecting the rocks and then converting those rocks into marbles. Now, the resource stuff will become pretty important soon, because now that we've purchased everything from the essence trader, we need to go and build this at our base, because this will help and add to our hope score. Now, as I've been collecting all the stone, I've also been collecting materials to get all the other bits of equipment, all the simple equipment. Now, unfortunately, you can't re-equip Wilbur with anything. He just will stick with his axe, but definitely don't unequip. And so when you need to sleep, just sleep at the beds right here. And if it's at night, make sure you do rest so you don't get attacked by enemies, because that will slow things down a little bit. Keep in mind, you can also cook there. Well, you don't need to build a fire. And now I'm just grabbing the last things that I need, or that I can buy from the essence trader. You don't technically need any of these other things, but they're just good to have, and I won't have to visit them again after we complete the antiquarium section, because we'll be going to another realm. But you can see here, I'm just buying some paper, some ink, just so when we can head back to our main base, we will be able to craft lots of cards, because we will need to do that after we complete the antiquarium realm. You can see all the different things you can buy, and this is why we're just going to be collecting the rocks, converting them to marbles, because we'll pretty much save so much time. Instead of traveling around and grabbing all these different things, we're just going to purchase them. We're going to go do another round of collecting stones. Now, as I go along, I will be mining a few bits and pieces, some stones, some gems, some tin, little bits and pieces. So everywhere you go, you're pretty much just collecting stuff. Now, remember, you can also, when you collect things, you can collect everything at once just by holding E or holding the collect button, and it will collect everything around you within a pretty good radius radius. And just jumping up here, there is tons and tons of rocks. So this is a brilliant spot. Now, if you find spots like this, I'm pretty sure you can leave this area, come back, and there will probably be spawning again because it's some sort of render limitation. You go further enough away, you come back, and you will be able to get all this stone from up here again. And as we collecting the stone, we're just passing it to Wilbur. So we've done a big collection of stone and some wood. Now, with wood, what you want to do with wood, you don't want to actually chop down trees. You want to find a good spot that has lots of these logs on the ground. You want to chop those. You'll get lots of wood and you'll get it very quickly because it only takes 1 to 3 swings, and you'll just be able to pick them all up at the same time by holding E. And this is a really quick way to get wood. I wouldn't worry about chopping down trees because it's probably the slowest way. Just chop down all the stuff on the ground. Now, with tons of wood, stone, fibers, rocks, we'll head back to base that we've collected from the essence trader, and we can build it all at once. So we're going to lay down everything here, and I'm sort of building my building in a way where we'll just have one room with all the simple stuff from the beginning, and then another room with the next level, and so on and so forth. So the other thing that we need to do to get our hope level higher is we need to make sure we will be crafting quite a bit of stuff as well. So I was crafting a lot of timber. I'd collected a lot of wood. So with that wood, I've set the lumber to just max as I can. This will help with getting your hope level higher as well. And that's just going to sit there taking forever, but it's a lot of lumber, and we've collected that all from the little logs that you'll find plentiful in the forest. And I forgot to mention that the reason we take all the gear off Wilbur is he's not really that helpful in the beginning. And as soon as you jump to another realm, you'll be able to get another, a different companion with all the gear again. So we don't have to hang on to Wilbur for too long. So now just getting all the bits and pieces to craft the last little things. We've crafted all the buildings, and now we're just getting tons and tons of stone. So that's all I've been collecting, going around collecting rocks, and we've collected a heap. So now we're going to go extract them all, and we're going to go to the essence trader, and you'll see here we have heaps, and I'm just going to quickly build some roasted meat. So you can go to the essence trader, and you see here we have 1200 essence. So with this, we are going to buy all the little bits and pieces, lots of animal fiber, stuff that we can turn into leather, raw gems, whatever you kind of need for what you're doing right now. But this is a really quick way to, instead of mining and going around doing all this stuff, we can just buy it with the essence. And that's pretty much the main point. Now I'm back at my base. I haven't crafted any of the simple gear. I don't need to. So you can definitely do that, but we will be preparing for that. So we will be getting some leather, and we've crafted quite a lot of things. Now you can also keep the, this is a good way to do it as well. You can get your simple spinning wheel and just have that crank out some twine, some refined fiber, because this whole time we've been picking up lots and lots of the plant fiber. So that's another good thing to just have running and crafting to increase your hope level. So here we are, we're running around. We've got tons of stuff getting constructed at base. So the wood and the fiber, and we have changed none of our gear. We have all the same gear, and we're still on gear score 18. So as we're running around, you will note here that we actually complete the gear score without even doing anything, because our hope level will contribute to this gear score. Now, I didn't actually pull up the hope level at the time. I wasn't thinking. I just wanted to complete this as quick as possible. But you can see here, we've completed the quest. So I was a bit like, hey, hang on, why was this the case? But yeah, it's because of the hope level. Now, if you're wondering what the hope level is, this is me after completing the antiquarium, and you can see on the right, we have the hope 106. So I'm thinking we probably only needed to get a hope level of 80 and a gear score of 18 to technically pass that requirement to get a gear score of 20. So if you ever need to see your hope level, just go into your inventory and you'll see it there on the right hand side. You'll get that from building, crafting, foraging, completing not foraging, but from completing all the sites of interest or the points of interest, sites of power. A lot of different things will increase your hope score, building a nice big base as well. So lots to contribute to it. We've got the gear score of 20 of just collecting some rocks, and we're going to trade them into the essence trader and have lots and lots of essence. So we can see here we've got 1,000. We're going to be buying a bunch of resources, giving them to Wilbur because we'll need them for the next stage. I'll just show you some little pointers about getting into the antiquarium realm. We've just entered it. We didn't have any of the simple items other than the equipment that we need. No, none of the clothing, I mean. But do make sure that you check these points of interest very thoroughly. There's lots and lots of chests around. For instance, if you go downstairs, check the corners because you'll find lots of good stuff here. Like, look, they've got a Dragon Horde eminent card. So tons of things you can pick up. And with Wilbur not having his clothes, you can give him lots. So there's some tips there. And the last thing I just wanted to point out, when you do get down to the last boss into the antiquarium dungeon, make sure you do hit the automated knight on that blue sort of circle thing that he's holding, because that will deal the most damage. But yeah, I hope you found this helpful. This was just a little quick tutorial on how to level up your gear really quickly and get to gear score 20 very fast. And just to go over it again, you're finding a good location that's in the middle of everything. You're collecting tons and tons of rocks, converting them to marbles, and then extracting them into essence and using that essence to buy all your stuff from the essence trader and get all your resources as well. Using essence, you're crafting lots of things back at your base like wood, using all the fiber, and that will help boost you very quickly, only requiring a gear level of 18 and then using your hope level to get to 20. Anyway, I hope that all made sense. Let me know how you go. Hopefully this was helpful. Thank you very much. I'll catch you next time.